Skipping Through Theatre podcast with Nathan and Maddie.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Skipping Through Theatre podcast. We are your hosts, Nathan and Maddie.
And today we're super excited to speak with Ellie Ann Lowe. She is featured in Grease, Chess, Miracle on 34th Street and Les Mis, and plus many more.
Today we will be talking about all things musical theatre, so let's get started.
Hi Ellie, I'm so excited for this episode. Me and Nathan have been counting the days up to this. How are you doing?
I'm really well. How are you guys?
Yeah,
we're really good, thank you.
Good.
I'm so ready for this episode. It's going to be so much fun.
I hope so. We'll have a laugh, won't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
It'll be fun.
Me and Nathan both love musical theatre, and I want to know what/who inspired you to be in the musical theatre industry.
I think the OG stuff was Sound of Music, Julie Andrews. It was that kind of thing for me. I just remember watching the old films with my mum. I loved Fiddler on the Roof, Sound of Music, Calamity Jane, all things like that. And I just loved it. I just there was something about the music, the style, the lyrics, the style of singing that I just seemed to love. And also it was just something that my mother and I enjoyed together. So I think that kind of kick-started this interest. And then, funnily enough, I was cast as Joseph in Joseph and His Amazing Technicolor when I was in year 6. And again, it just was like, ooh, I'm enjoying this, and I think I'm singing in tune, and I think everyone's kind of liking it, and I'm liking it, so it's going well. And then I did a little bit of Amdram. After that, I auditioned for what was the Burton Operatic Society, or Burton Ops. I think it's now called BMTC, Burton Musical Theatre Company. Big up those guys. And we did Annie. And I didn't actually play Annie. I was one of the other orphans. And again, that just sort of started to just... kind of keep I was kind of constantly re-inspired with the kind of little opportunities that I had in my little Midlands town. And then I think the thing that really did it was Ruthie Henshaw in the 10th anniversary DVD of Les Miserables. And I remember sitting, I don't know, as a young girl, maybe about 14, something like that, and sitting and watching that DVD and thinking to myself, I want to do that. I am going to do that. And I did. And I'm very, very proud of myself for that. I'm very, very lucky and grateful. But yeah, it was kind of a bit of Julie, and Barbara Streisand was definitely in there. Doris Day, all those guys. Then the Amdram, that re-inspired me, kept me going. And then good old Ruthie Henshaw, who is definitely kind of idol of mine for sure. Defo.
Yeah.
That must have been so much fun growing up. Like, doing Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat must have been so much fun.
It was fun. It was. And I don't know why, but my mum had my hair braided, and I have no idea. It's totally inappropriate. Don't know why it was done. And everyone used to look at me like I was such a weirdo, but I just went full pelt for it, let me tell you. And it was just, I wanted to absorb everything, any opportunity that was around me. And it was just a lot of fun being young and playing and discovering, whilst having an amazing support system around me to do it. I had great friends, great family. They weren't pushy, they weren't like dance mums, but just kind of, I think they could. Oh God, I know. But my parents they met in a choir. They weren't professional singers, but they met in a choir, and there was a lot of singing around the house growing up. So it was quite an easy thing for me to access. So it was a lot of fun, and they were very supportive. And as I say, I was born in a very small, well, actually I think it's quite a big town technically, but there wasn't anything like there is now when it comes to dance. Those amazing dance schools that you see competing, and things like even like Brit School or Emil Dale with the sixth form, all those sorts of things that it wasn't a possibility for me. So yeah, my parents did the best they absolutely could, and my friends were super supportive as well of me, of trying to pursue this career.
Yeah,
it was very fun.
So yeah, what's your go-to audition song to sing?
So I'd like to pride myself on having a good little selection. I tend to, for like the big shows, tend to take the same ones that's, get me recalls, which is, again, very lucky to do. But the main one that I love doing, if someone's like, could you sing us a song, is Wanting from Rags. I just love it. It's really good acting through song. It's a good kind of little ballad, some nice money notes in there, great length as well. And it just seems to do the trick for me. And I did actually take that for Les Mis for the first round, and always got a recall with that. So it's a good song, Wanting from Rags.
It's a good song.
I'm not a gatekeeper. Have it, everyone.
Yeah.
Because it's good to have a song that you can, like, rely on.
Absolutely, and that's definitely mine. And then for different shows, I'd take different things. Like Mamma Mia, I'd always take a Steps and a Carpenters. Wicked, I always take I Will Prevail. So, I change it up. But yeah, Wanting is just a good musical theatre song.
Yeah, I don't have many musical theatre songs for auditions, so I really need to start learning some more.
Get on it. I know. And as well, because I'm a singing teacher and I teach one-to-one singing at Emerald Dale Academy and other schools as well, I'm my rep is, because I have to be, so I'm always coming across new songs for the students as well. And yeah, it's nice just to constantly be checking out new things and expanding your rep. So
you need to be up to date.
You do. But I also say to my students as well, like, don't try and think about getting the latest song, the coolest thing, the most niche song. The panel don't really probably care if you found the most exciting, different song. Actually, they want to hear a song that they probably know. So then when you sing it, they'll know if you're singing it well, because they know it. You know what I mean? So I always say, find the new things, find exciting new songs, discover, push your boundaries of musical theatre. But sometimes the oldies are the besties.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
We are aware that you have been in Les Mis in the West End. Could you explain what the show is about and the role you played in for people who don't know?
Yeah, so it's basically one man's journey, Jean Valjean, and he meets lots of different characters along the way. But it's all about his kind of redemption and his struggle between kind of like good and bad and heaven and hell. There's a lot of religious references, and he meets lots of different characters along the way. And it's basically he breaks his parole because he gets locked up because he stole a mouthful of bread for his sister's son. And he gets locked up and he breaks his parole. He doesn't want to go back there. And Inspector Javert is kind of on the hunt for him the whole time. But he meets so many different people. I could tell you the whole story, but it would take forever. But it's a great, brilliant story. It's just constantly pushing your emotions within the audience. And as an ensemble member, so I was in the ensemble, I played the factory girl. So the character Fontaine, I beat her up and I'm mean to her. I get her fired because she has a child that no one's aware of, and you weren't allowed to work if you were, well, I don't think you're probably even married, you were probably allowed to work, and certainly not with a kind of illegitimate child. So she gets banished from the factory, and that's my doing, sadly. And then I also covered Fontaine, so I was first cover most recently, so I got to play Fontaine a lot as well, that was the dream come true. That was the ticket for sure. Mm-hmm.
So what has been your favourite show to work on and why?
I loved, obviously, Les Mis. I think that's pretty obvious. I think just because it is such that mega musical, everybody that's there loves it. It's like standing ovation every night. It was the dream come true. And everything's done properly. The wigs are lovely, the costumes are amazing, the lighting's amazing. It's all top notch, top draw, like Olympic level stuff. But I tell you what, I had such a laugh I did a show called Carmen at the Union Theatre, and it was like a kind of musical theatre version of the opera. And I just laughed and laughed. Choreographer Adam Haig, oh my goodness, we laughed and laughed. And Blair, who I think he's still in Mormon, as the lead in Mormon, we just laughed and laughed. I had such a hoot on that show. Loved it. And also did One Man, Two Governors, Paul Taylor Mills production. Again, that was so much fun. And actually met my husband on Miracle on 34th Street on that job. So that was also a lot of fun. And that was in Dubai. And I would never have gone to Dubai otherwise.
Wow.
So it was quite fun to experience that.
Yeah.
What a romance.
Yeah, I know. It was so cute. He was my Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah. And can I just say, sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm just butting in there. Can I just say, I actually auditioned for Les Mis in the West End for Gavroche.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Did you?
Yeah, that was, I think, probably a year ago now.
How did you get on?
I think, I can't remember. I think I got a recall, but yeah, there wasn't any people there, but they probably done in like loads of sections. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh well, hopefully, if not this time, next time.
Yeah. Fingers
Keep
crossed.
going. You must. Yeah,
We're rooting for you, Nathan.
Thank you.
Yeah, we are.
What has been your favourite show you have seen in the West End?
I tell you what I've seen recently, Great Gatsby.
Ooh.
I saw that opening night of previews, and let me tell you, it was unreal. The cast is stellar. It's like top draw performers. Everyone's like at the top of their game, and it's such a spectacle. I loved the music, the orchestra, the aircon theatre. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It really was. I can't believe the reviews slammed it so much. Maybe I've actually not read the book. I've seen the film. I've not read the book. And maybe it wasn't as true to the book as people were expecting. But I actually think it was stellar. It was absolutely incredible. After every number, I had goosebumps. It was just,
Wow.
I was, bowled away.
Yeah,
or
wow.
bowled over. Yeah, blown away and bowled over.
Yeah.
But in the end of the day, you can't like fit a humongous book into a musical.
No,
Like,
I
that's
think
quite.
Yeah, I think they did their very best. Let me tell you, I was blown away. I give it 5 stars. I thought it was just exceptional theatre.
Yeah.
I loved it. Yeah, it made me feel amazing, and I think that's what theatre should do.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so it
I
was
love
good for
when
me.
I love when I come out of like a theatre and I've just watched something and I'm like so ecstatically happy. Like
Yeah.
I love that feeling.
Yeah, isn't it amazing? And that's what I think with Les Mis you always give people. I mean, yeah, it was a sad story, but people left just like with their hearts full,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good when it's emotional as well. I think that's like, you need to experience crying in a theatre. It's just so, it's just
Live
such an experience.
will never die away. We want it. We want to feel things,
Exactly.
We want to see things and feel things.
Yeah.
And we're all there together at that same time. And whatever's going to happen is going to happen. It's live, And I think that's why I love theatre. It's like, right, here we go. The show must go on. Whatever happens, we keep going. And that's the electricity that it brings is exceptional.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like properly real. It's right in front of your face.
None of this AI malarkey,
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
real life humans.
And what I do love is after I watch like my friends in a show, I love to like go to the stage show and like, it's quite fun. Yeah.
Yeah. All of that is really fun. Yeah. And I think, the etiquette around stage door hopefully is improving. A lot of people have been talking about that lately.
Yeah.
Because I think it can get a bit of a free fall and people expect people to do stage door, actors to do stage door. And they might not be able to. Trains, they might want to see their children. Or they have other commitments. But yeah, stage door, it is exciting. And I did it when I was young. I remember going to see Oliver and like waiting for Nancy, Jodie Prenger to come out, and I was like so excited to see her, and I still get butterflies now. I mean, Carrie Ellis lives where I live, and I see her all the time, and I just want to go over to her and tell her I love you. So I kind of have my own little stage door every time I see her bobbing around Hitchin.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is electric seeing those people that you've just watched be incredible and then see them kind of become like a muggle outside. A real person. It's electric.
Yeah, and a lot of people think it's like almost part of their ticket, but like it never says anything saying like you get like to see all the cast at the stage door or anything.
Yeah,
it's like they might come out, they might not. You're gonna like
yeah. And you've got to suck it up, whatever happens.
Exactly. Because in the end of the day, it's their decision. And like,
totally.
they're humans as well.
Yeah, we have lives. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're so right.
So do you have any audition or self-tape tips you give to people listening?
Well, I definitely think audition-wise with songs, as I said before, don't feel like you have to go as kind of niche and as crazy and out there as possible. And don't think, is this song quite perfect? Even if the song isn't quite perfect, just half of it is, do you look right? Can you sing well? Are you telling a good story?
Yeah.
Can you hear my dog? Is it really loud? Or is it okay?
It's
I think my husband and
it's
son
quite quiet. It's quite quiet.
Okay, well, you just tell me if we need to stop. So definitely that. And then also just make sure it's got a good story throughout it. Always, get there at least half an hour earlier. Don't try and get into necessarily the building half an hour early, but just get there, prepare yourself. And when you're practicing lines and things like that, always try and get everything off book if you're given a scene or sides, and practice them till you don't get them wrong, not till you get them right. I always think that's a really good way of learning things. Yeah. And if you can do it speedily, if you can say them really, really, really fast, then you know them because you've given yourself no breathing room to try and think of the next line. And then same with self-tapes, try and learn the lines if you can. Mm-hmm. It does make a difference, those that have put that extra level in, I think, and have started to develop the character. And I often hear this I've heard this from casting directors and other people, give it 3 takes and then choose the best one because you can overdo it. Just do three or 4 rounds and then choose the best one out of that rather than going again and again and again, because you'll just end up picking yourself apart.
Yeah. It's good not to be hard on yourself though, because in the end of the day, like I think we've said this a few podcast episodes ago, in the end of the day they're looking for a certain person, and you can't, like, I know it is disappointing if like you don't get the part that you've like auditioned for. Yeah. But you've got to think there's going to be better opportunities in the future. And totally. you just need to look ahead.
Recalls, if you're getting recalls or down to finals, you've got to keep your head held high and go, well, I got that far and I was lucky enough to get an audition. So many people don't even get an audition. So yeah, absolutely that. You got to keep going.
Yeah, sure. And like, for example, if you go to an audition and then you're not right for the part, you can't just say, oh, well, they don't like me, so I don't think I'll be good for the musical theatre career. There's like so many other opportunities. It might just be like your eye colour they don't like. It's small, tiny things sometimes.
Yeah. A lot of it can just be down to like, the look or the matching of another person. Say you're playing opposite someone else. Does it look right as a couple? That sort of thing.
Yeah. So this episode's gone with... Oops, sorry.
Wait.
Cut it out.
Okay.
Sorry, do you want to go?
Wait, Nathan.
No, you go. It's fine. You go.
Okay. Are there any West End shows or characters that you aspire to be in the future?
I've had finals for Cover Alphabet a few times now. And I would really like that, if not the part one day. And also, I've just had finals for alternate Satine and Moulin Rouge, and I now really want that. I'm waiting to hear back on that. Yeah. So I really would love to do that.
Fingers crossed.
But yeah, definitely. Yeah, fingers crossed. Definitely. I think, they're the ones that I definitely want to tick off. They're like, they're a bit of me. They are. And I don't know if it would ever happen again, but I'd love to do company and play Bobby. Thoroughly enjoyed that when it was last in the West End with Rosalie Craig. That was incredible.
Yeah.
It sounds like you've had such nice experiences.
In what way? Auditioning?
No, like entirely in the musical theatre career.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've done a lot of different things, and I've met a lot of great people along the way, and forged an all right little career for myself so far. And I'm just ready now to push on, keep going. The vision hasn't ended, and I've still got things I want to achieve. But it's been, as you say, it's been really fun along the way. It's been great.
Yeah, definitely. So this episode's gone really quickly, so I'm going to skip to the last question.
Yes,
which is going to be a super fun one. So to wrap up the episode, could you sing us a line from your favourite musical?
Oh, well, it's got to be Les Mis, hasn't it?
Yes.
But I don't know if I'm going to be singing it in the right key necessarily, but when it's called In Fantine's Arrest, and it's the Monsieur, don't mock me now, I pray, something like that. Monsieur, don't mock me now, I pray. It's hard enough I lost my pride. That bit. And then it goes into, you let your foreman send away. Yes, you were there and turned aside. I'm in a slightly different key, I think. But
that was really good.
That was.
You let your foreman send me away. Oh, chills. Yeah, I love that bit.
Yeah.
Does everyone sing it together?
No, that's just Fantine on her own. Yeah. She's kind of pleading with Valjean, who is kind of in disguise as the mayor. He and the foreman sent her away from the factory.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, and then she kind of, she's lost, she's desolate. So she ends up selling her teeth, selling her hair, selling her body, selling her locket, just to kind of keep her child, to earn money for her child. And then, Valjean comes across her again, and she's saying, she's really frustrated with him. She's really angry with him. She's really upset, really hurt. I'm here because of you. what you did. You sent me away. Yeah.
That must be so powerful,
Oh,
especially
yeah,
because
it's my
like
favourite bit.
the emotion.
Yeah, she's been through so much, and it's that. Yeah, that's why. And they always described it as very kind of like operatic. That moment of this passion and the da 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 da, and this bigger "you let your form where," you know, it's really kind of like really big, and full. Yeah. So yeah, always loved that.
Yeah.
Always loved that moment.
Wow. Thank you so much
Yes,
for
thank
coming
you.
on the podcast today.
Thank you. I don't know if my singing was quite correct at the end, but
No, it was really nice.
You got
It was really
flavour.
nice.
You got a flavour.
Yes.
Well, yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye, guys.
Skipping Through Theatre podcast with Nathan and Maddie.